Disney has a massive problem on their hands with their new Snow White movie coming out in 2025, and it's not just because of the major missteps that they personally took and, I don't know, casting a Colombian actress with, at that time, 0 successful films under her belt to play a character from a German fairy tale described in the books and in the fairy tales as having skin as white as snow. That wasn't the only reason. And then, I don't know, eliminating the 7 dwarves and replacing them with 7 magical homeless people.
Why would they do this?
And then replacing them with hideous, nightmare fuel CGI dwarves. That cost a ton of money. It's not just the fact that they've pumped $200.9 million dollars into this movie.
That's a lot of nuts!
And then, almost double that for advertising and whatever after production costs. That's not it. But it's not just any Colombian actress that they hired that people are upset about, because people still would have hated it. People still would have given them crap about it. But the specific actress that they hired can't shut her freaking mouth. She can't just be likable.
Shut your mouth! No problem, John. Shut the up, you c***! Shut it!
She might be quite possibly, the most unlikable human being on Earth, because she gets this great opportunity, and then people are rightly upset, and she craps on fans right away. Doesn't give it any time. Just starts crapping on fans as soon as a teaser is released for this stupid film. And then she starts with all her activism and whatever, is very out loud and proud about that. On top of that, she's crapping on Snow White, the original that was very famous and led to them doing this. Snow White started it all for Disney back in, I believe, the 1930s or whatever. It started it all for these people at Disney, and now it's so popular they're doing a remake of it. Little kids today love Snow White, and all she can talk about is how she hated the original, how it's dated, how it promotes terrible gender stereotypes, and she even said she hates the ride in Disney World. My God. She just can't shut her freaking mouth. And today, we've got article after article coming out about how she just can't stop with the activism. She just can't be gracious. She just can't respect other people. So we'll get into that. But before we do, my name is Troy. This is Marks on Movies. And if you could, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to be notified every time I post brand new content, Monday through Friday. Now let's get into it. First, we're going to look at these articles here. We're not going to go through them, but I just want to show you when you actually type in like Rachel Zegler, Snow White on Google, these are the stories that are coming up. Not about the movie itself, whether it's going to be good or bad or whatever. You get a couple things about it. But look at this. Gal Gadot haters call for Snow White boycott. Co-star Rachel Zegler voices support for Palestine. The trailer for Disney's Snow White remake has some people very grumpy. We'll get into that. Just getting slaughtered in the like-dislike ratio.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
Gal Gadot's colleague in Snow White calls for free Palestine. Replacing the 7 dwarves in Snow White with CGI is not progressive. Yeah, costing 7 dwarf actors or little people actors, however you want to refer to them. I'm trying to be sensitive here. Replacing them with CGI, costing them the roles of a lifetime where they can make Disney money is not progressive. It's not woke. It's not a good thing at all. You're costing people money and jobs.
Oh, you people can kiss the fattest part of my ass.
And it's already hard enough for dwarf actors to find good roles. This is 7 of them in the same movie where they pretty much play heroes. And it's because Peter Dinklage, who, by the way, played a dwarf in 2 different movies. He played a giant dwarf in the Marvel films, and then he played an actual fantasy dwarf, which he talked crap about in a podcast in the Chronicles of Narnia films. But he's going to pull up his little ladder behind him and give his little middle finger to any other dwarf actor out there. So he does not speak for the dwarf community. That really, I used to like Peter Dinklage, but after that, it's like, man, you are just a pile of crap, aren't you?
That is one big pile of shit.
But this is what comes up when looking for news stories about that. Look at this. Let's see. Talk about the CGI dwarfs and how horrible it is. Her hair just looks like Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men. Gal Gadot, I don't care what she's frickin' wearing. Israel envoy publicly slams Rachel Zegler for supporting Palestinians. Shame on her.
Jewish!
The pro-Palestinian Snow White versus the Zionist evil queen. What's going on between Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot? And let's be very clear about this here. She's not saying, "Oh, I feel bad for the innocent civilians in Palestine and Israel getting caught up in all of this." She's never once said anything about the people, it's kind of hard to avoid any political issues here. But I'm going to play it like down the middle. I feel bad for the people in Israel and the innocent people in Palestine that had to deal with all of this fallout on October 7th and beyond. She hasn't said a word about any of what Israel had to go through, and she'll just sit there and right away, come to the aid of, it's not Palestine that she's supporting. I guarantee you, she's not supporting the innocent people who are being caught up in all of this and are having their lives ended. She's supporting a very specific kind of Palestinian and a very specific group in Palestine. That's what all this is about. And she can take the money to work with a Jew with Steven Spielberg in West Side Story. That movie bombed, by the way. It was horrible. But she can take money to work with him. She can take money to work with Gal Gadot and then talk crap about them on the internet and behind their back because she's a coward.
I'm Jewish.
I've never heard anything pleasant come out of this woman's mouth. And let's look here. And she's been taking little backhanded shots at Gal Gadot, not just for being Israeli, because you gotta hate them. She's one of those the Jews people. But then we've got this here on her Instagram. Let's take a look at this here. She posted D23 Expo, and then she replied, "The fairest, by the way."
Sure, Jan. Okay,
and then you see, Gal is much, much more beautiful than you. Every mirror will tell you this. And then you see this person, thank you for standing up for Palestine, behind your keyboard, not actually doing anything. If she was actually out there protesting, if she was doing anything of use, period, besides complaining on the internet, I'd think, oh, okay, whatever, you stand up for what you stand up for. She's tweeting on the internet after working with Gal Gadot because she won't tell her to her face. And she'll sit there and talk crap behind her back on X, Twitter, whatever the hell, and here on Instagram.
Yup!
See, Gal is the fairest, not even the fairest in the room, LMFAO. When the evil queen looks better than Snow White, suddenly you look so evil. Yeah, these people are not having it. People are done with Rachel Zegler.
Off is a direction you can
Let's get into what was actually said here on X with this with this issue. I wanted to bring this up. New Snow White star Rachel Zegler stirs more controversy with Free Palestine post. Great choice, Disney.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Rachel Zegler, the star of Disney's live-action Snow White reboot, started a social media firestorm with an anti-Israel post on Monday. The actress, who has already polarized audiences with her outspoken liberal political opinions and criticisms of the original Snow White film's more traditional themes ratcheted up the controversy with a Free Palestine message tacked onto the end of a post, thanking fans for watching the latest Snow White trailer.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
See, the message followed her original post, which read, "I love you all so much. Thank you for the love and for 120 million views on our trailer in just 24 hours. What a whirlwind. I am in the thick of rehearsals for Romeo and Juliet on Broadway. Nobody gives a damn. That's been done 500 million times with actors more talented than you, and nobody cares about any of this. Broadway sucks."
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
So I'm just going to get out of here. Bye for now. But she couldn't leave it at that. She replied to that, and her tweet, let's see, or her X, whatever the hell you want to call it, says, "And always remember, Free Palestine."
Oh my God.
You're such a brave, stunning and brave. She don't you know, everybody, Palestinians are free now. The Israeli hostages are free. Palestinians are free. Rachel Zegler is such a hero. So stunning, bold, beautiful, and brave.
I am the Messiah.
Gadot had defended her home country from anger and criticism following the October 7th attacks, but, we're not going to get into specifics there. She made a Hollywood screening of a 47-minute video released by the group who did all of it. She just compiled it all, and it's still being called fake and all that. So there's that. And let's not mince words here. Gal Gadot is being trying to be professional here. She's not sniping at her co-stars behind their backs. And if Rachel Zegler actually wanted to start beef and be an insufferable tool to Gal Gadot's face, who served in the military, might I add, and has played Wonder Woman and has had a much more successful career than Rachel Zegler could.
Fact.
She would fold her in half, right there on the spot.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
But, so she's stunning and brave on her keyboard, just like the fans that she talks crap about also on the internet. Here's some of the replies here. I'm just going to get to a couple of them. I don't know who this guy... Oh, Newsweek opinion contributor Joel Pelton. He said, "Rachel Zegler is trolling her much more famous and beautiful Snow White co-star Gal Gadot. Disney continues to hire the wrong actors to represent their brands rather than promoting a film they choose to embarrass themselves and the studio."
Yep.
Can't detect any lies there. Tablet Magazine deputy audience editor Isaac DeCastro said she could have turned down the role instead of starring alongside Gal Gadot. She could have also not worked with Spielberg, who handed her breakout role. Instead, she'll tweet petty little slights aimed at her co-star to muddy the fact that she can't even stick to her own principles when it's inconvenient for her career.
This guy gets it.
Pro-Israel journalist Eve Barlow tweeted, "Nothing less classy than crapping on your far superior co-star." Jewish author and commentator Yuri Kurlianchik, I believe is how you pronounce it, said, "Disney have an interesting marketing strategy for Snow White. It co-stars Israeli Gal Gadot, making sure Israeli haters will boycott it, and Israel hater Rachel Zegler, making sure pro-Israelis will be loath to watch it. Is there some way to alienate neutral viewers too?" Yeah, and that's what it all comes down to, because they're pissing off everybody. Right, left, center, whatever, whether you care about the issue or not. Even if you don't care about the Israel and Palestine stuff, which, whatever. I don't care if the actors support one country or another. It's not my country. I don't live there. I don't care. I care as much as you can care about a conflict like this across the ocean that is not affecting me, other than my tax dollars going to fund both sides.
Money, please. My money.
She's just an insufferable piece of garbage human being. And she hates the source material. She hates the fans. Disney has done everything they can to shoot themselves in the foot. They've done reshoots. They've replaced different elements of the film. They've changed so many things. It's not even Snow White anymore. This is horrible. It's going to be a tragedy in theaters. I hope it just bombs out hard. It's going to cost them millions and hundreds of millions of dollars by the time this is all said and done. But I am all here for it. Disney doing what Disney be doing.
Go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
If all of you could comment down below, I'm sure, there's just going to be rational, lovely discussions down in my comment section. But if you could, just let me know what you think about all that down below, down in the comment section. I'll try to interact with most of you. Don't get too offensive, because I don't like to delete comments, but if there's like big drag out fights or harassment or anything like that going on in my comment section, I will police it. I try not to as much as possible, let you say what you want to say, free speech and all that. But definitely leave something down in my comment section. And if you want to read the full article and see more comments to this piece of crap on Twitter or X, whatever the hell, I link it down in the video description. And for the rest of you, if you could, please share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to be notified every time I post brand new content. That would be very much appreciated by me. I am Troy. This is Marks on Movies, and we'll see you next time.